History. Beside me is Horatio Gould. And today we're talking about sniffs. It's Nazi sniffs. It's... Oh my God, I'm excited.
Yeah, this sniffs before sniffs were sniffs.
This has got me wet as buttered crumpets. Yeah. It's just seeping through me.
So drugs at Glastonbury, you find that annoying?
This is the opposite of that. This is the Blitzkrieg is the opposite of Glastonbury.
Both similar drugs, very different use.
Similar drugs, but used correctly to invade the French. I'm on board. Today, this is part 2 of our series on Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Now, we left off with Churchill had become Prime Minister on the 10th
the
of May.
only British politician whose bottom hadn't fallen out.
Yep, he didn't have a broken bum. His bum was intact, and as such, he is the only one who can
handle the job.
Yeah. And his darkest hour is when his bum comes close to breaking.
Close to breaking, but he holds it in.
Britain's bum that's never been so close to breaking. As in the end of May 1940.
Smelliest hour.
It's Britain's smelliest hour. This is, if you've just joined us, stop, listen to episode 1. This is key information.
Yeah.
If you're not aware of Dunkirk, if you're Australian or New Zealand, which is the same thing.
Medically thick.
If you're medically thick, or Australian as I like to call them. If you're American, these people don't know about Dunkirk because they weren't really around at this point.
Well, France, Britain and America each teach World War II as they're the ones who won it.
No. France don't do that.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Britain, America and Russia.
Yeah.
They each have a huge myth building about World War II.
France go, that was a very dark time for cheese production.
Yeah, and this is in the whole war. This is when we're most important.
This is Britain's. This is when we win the war.
Yeah,
it's 5 years before it ends. So Churchill is Prime Minister now. Before we get into the Sniffskrieg, we need to talk about the lay of the land. To the few ladies who listen, this is going to get quite male. Yeah. This is military history at its finest.
Yeah.
This is arguably war doesn't get more exciting.
What are you doing in the shed in the garden?
Go away, Linda. I'm having my quiet time. I saw you, Alan. I saw you. You just sat in the car. You got home from the shops 20 minutes ago. What do you do? I'm listening to military history. Go away. This is real red meat for us men.
Yeah.
The Blitzkrieg, Hitler's high pressing, revolutionary warfare.
Yeah.
Why is it so devastating?
I mean, it is a lot like football, to be fair. The tactical difference with Blitzkrieg and to how football used to be. It is very similar to Liverpool.
Yeah,
and
it is.
And Klopp, and coming into these rigid sort of formations, and the only way to break down sort of Guardiola.
Well, you know how
football.
The Germans, this is what the English recently, like 10 years ago, tried to remodel. Is the Germans after the disaster of the 2002 World Cup? They were like, right, we need to start again. We need to completely tear everything down. They basically go, what are we good at?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, invading people.
Yeah.
So let's flood the pitch forward.
Yeah.
Let's go fast. Let's make a spearhead, and then the defense can just sort of mop up the back.
And remember when they beat Brazil 7-1 in their backyard?
Yeah.
And there was a feeling of like Germany need to keep a lid on it because this is
not
quite traumatic.
This is not cricket.
It's quite triggering.
Yeah.
The Germans winning that well,
In the same way that match got uploaded to Pornhub.
Yeah.
I'd quite like this invasion to get uploaded to Pornhub.
What would the title be?
Horde of blitzed up krauts fuck France before it can turn around. I don't know.
Yeah.
So why is it so effective? Well, on the French side, we've got to talk about the defence what they were planning for.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about something called the Maginot Line.
Desailly, they got great Thuram. They got some great defenders.
The French do make good defenders.
Yeah.
Ironically, but Gallas. Well, no, it's so similar to Gallas in that at the end of Gallas's career, he sat on the bench and just like, if you play me, I'm going to score an own goal.
Yeah.
I want to leave. Yeah. That's kind of what the French do here.
Yeah.
So this is footage, if you're watching, of the Maginot Line. Now, the Maginot Line was built in about 1928. It started in 1928, and it was this, at the time, state-of-the-art defensive, what would you call it, like compounds? Like it's a line of...
A line of fortifications, right?
Yeah, it's a line of fortifications. Basically, it's intended to be a permanent defence against German attacks.
It's so the World War One doesn't happen again.
Which, so they think that if Germans are going to attack again, it's going to be the same as last time.
Yeah.
and it's going to be trench warfare. It's going to be static.
Yeah.
And so they go, well, if it's static, rather than digging mucky Glastonbury holes, let's make a big line of like glamping.
It's a low block.
Yeah. It's not a high rise, it's a low rise.
Yeah.
And so it's tunnel systems. I mean, if you're watching, they're glazing ham in there. They're eating pate. This is the most French. This is the state of the art
defense, and then we have lunch, and
then
we
there's the
make
chefs. Yeah. Again, this is part of the issue. If you're watching, is that it is mainly a Michelin star restaurant.
What the fuck is this?
This is their army.
Why are you showing a dumb waiter and fucking like?
This is the French Iron Dome, right? And it's literally a kitchen. This is why the Germans take France so easily, is that, the Israelis have got this system where it detects any object, missile, civilian aircraft, Palestinian family, who cares? Bomb it, right? The French are like, and then we take this sauce and we add some butter, we take it off the heat.
And then look at that, we have a beautiful, we haven't solved
beautiful
anything.
pan sauce made from the fond, which is the skin of the burnt chicken that is burnt onto the pan. We use that flavor to accentuate the sauce. What's that? Oh no, the Germans are here, right? So this line stretches for 750 kilometers along the French border with Italy, Germany, Luxembourg, and southern Belgium.
Luxembourg,
they're Belgium, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Belgium's France.
Thank you for correcting me.
Christ.
This is all France until it gets to Holland.
Yeah, and they're lucky.
Yeah.
They'd be lucky if they get their own country.
If the Dutch weren't such sex freaks, they would be Germans.
Yeah.
But they are. I think
they're on the edge.
Yeah. They're looking over their shoulder.
Final warning.
Yeah.
If you act any more German, you are getting anschlussed.
Yeah, exactly. If Germany legalizes prostitution, it's all Germany.
It's all Germany.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a state of the art compound, as we've seen, but it's state of the art.
It's very satisfying from like a zoom out military tactics map sense. It's a very satisfying thing that happens.
It's beautiful.
It's unbelievable.
There's going to be some map stuff this episode
because it's actually very simple. That's what it's very. A lot of the time, it's very hard, impenetrable military history. But this bit is very
easy. It's
fun
understand.
for all the family.
Yeah, it is. It's easy to understand.
Bit here.
So if you look at the map, you've got this. France have gone right. The Germans are not going to invade over our main border with them. Going to shore that up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Plug that hole.
Yeah.
Can we make Côte de Boeuf while we're plugging that hole? We can.
Of course. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Is it one big wine cellar? Fantastic. Is it just France underground? Great. Can we surrender from there? Lovely. Lovely stuff. Then you've got Belgium, which is... the start of Belgium and France, that start of that border is covered by the Ardennes forest.
Yep.
Charlie, get the pig off the screen. We're trying to look at the map.
There are lots of pigs in the Ardennes forest. Apparently.
Thank you. Okay, that is relevant. There are a lot of pigs. So
we can make a lovely kind of boar stew.
Lovely boar stew. The Germans go through the Ardennes, so that's probably why, because they go, who's that? Who's that?
Lovely piggies.
There's piggies in there. Let's go. I feel quite hungry actually suddenly. Yeah. That would go lovely with some bitter Pilsner beer.
And some kraut. Sauerkraut and pig.
So there's the Ardennes forest, which it's quite hilarious how they leave that unmanned. There's no defences there because they go, well, it's trees, isn't it?
Trees.
That one can go through there.
Yeah.
Trees and pigs.
Trees and pigs. Who's going through there?
Yeah.
That is impenetrable. That forest with a big road in it, impenetrable.
Not a restaurant in sight.
There's no restaurants. There's no toilets. There's trees. There's pigs. You'd have to be fucking mad to launch an invasion through there.
You'd have to be Hannibal crossing the Alps.
My God, that's never going to... Do you know what? We'll have two blokes on chairs smoking rollies with a carafe of red.
Yeah.
They can watch that because it's just not worth putting any manpower in the Ardennes.
So is it why they did it? Is because it wasn't because...
It's a natural barrier.
Is it not because it was Belgian and that's not France anymore?
No, but it is the border with France. It's the Ardennes forest.
Right.
It's air conditioned. They're having wine. They're making beef Wellington. Yeah. They're frying green beans and the fat of beef. Yeah. Whatever. So the BEF, the British Expeditionary Force, the BEF. These lads.
I love BEF.
Is it in a tin? Can I have some tin BEF? These beefy boys, these big beefy boys from Britain, they've got 390,000 British troops have gone to France pretty much as soon as the war breaks out.
Right.
But they're not fucking doing anything.
No.
And it must be stressed that this is the British Army at this point is not infantry, really. Like
we're not a great land power.
World War One, they basically killed all the blokes.
Yeah.
Like dead.
Yeah.
And then they've gone, right, if we're going to have an army, let's be like, let's make planes and ships and machines, and not just chuck men into a pasta machine for 4 years.
Yeah.
Turns out that didn't really work.
Yeah.
So the Expeditionary Force is sort of their entire land army as we'd understand it. And they're in France, and they're just having a great time. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
These people, this is before cheap air travel.
Yeah.
People don't go abroad. So they're like, fucking hell. You see what they've done to that goose?
French stick and butter. Lovely.
Oh, this bread's amazing.
Yeah.
What's great about this bread is you can shove it up your arse. Is that what they do over here, do you reckon?
Yeah, because when you get a loaf and you had to scrunch it.
It's
and
soft.
Then,
I get the loaf and I squeeze it into pellets and it doesn't go up as much. It's not as pliable. This stick just goes straight up there.
Did your nan call it a French stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The longest baguette ever baked, thank you, Charlie, was 461 feet long.
Near Paris.
Yeah.
By this guy.
That's only some of it.
Yeah.
Can't imagine how long it is.
Wow.
See all of it.
Again, that's actually the Maginot Line there. It's it's a series of French bakers with a very long baguette covering from Cannes in the south of France all the way up to the Ardennes forest. It's a very, very long baguette. And they think there's no way the Germans can get past that.
Yeah. Unless we get hungry and start eating away
it's
at the baguette.
It's 2 days old, that baguette, so it's rock solid.
It's getting very hard.
So what are the birth? Let's talk about the birth. Our boys, our brave boys that are over there during the phony war, nothing's really happening.
So what is the phony war? We talked about it briefly. It's just like 8 months, which people don't really talk about because it was boring.
Yeah, fuck all happens.
Yeah, right.
We're at war, are we?
Narratively unsatisfying. World War II in general is very narratively satisfying. You get the big explosion at the end. There's a real rise and fall. It really maps really nicely.
It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end.
The phony war is like doesn't work. Most of it works so well narratively. You should start, and then we should have started here.
Well, this is where but the phony war is just wetting the whistle. It's tension. It's
I guess so.
It's the sound. It's the sound that's always going up, like in the.
It's a slow day of Test cricket.
Yeah, it's day 1, day 2, day 2. I mean, the test that's the India test. It's like the first few days were fucking boring. The last 2 days, hello, hello. This is why we invested in it.
Fine.
Now it's getting spicy,
but not too spicy. That's why you have to balance out the flavors with the butter.
You want to cut through the vinegar with some milk or some dairy product just to soften the sauce. So they're in French port towns, the BEF, and they're expecting the Germans to come through Belgium. Right. They're not going to go through the big baguette that stretches from Italy down to Belgium. They can't.
Yep.
They're not going to go through the forest full of pigs.
Yeah.
They'd have to be mad.
You'd be mad.
You'd be mad to go through there. So they come through Belgium like they did in World War One. So we'll put all our boys there. And they're in all these port towns, and they're fucking having a great time. The British.
Great weekend.
It's a great weekend.
Ghent.
Bruges. Brussels.
It's lovely.
You see it in the afternoon.
Yeah. If you're going, do all three in about 2 days.
If that.
It really is a whistle-stop tour.
I reckon fuck off Ghent, to be honest.
Yeah.
I reckon just
Bruges. Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Genuinely.
You do that in half an hour, Bruges.
It really is tiny.
It's a square.
It's a square.
And it's everywhere does the same beer and chips mayonnaise.
Yeah, it is very pretty, but it's...
There's a pissing boy. Is that in Brussels? The pissing boy statue? You rub his little willy and... I don't know.
I don't know if I was on that tourist
You're immune from being a
guide.
paedophile. I don't know what the fucking thing is. Anyway, yeah, so there's red light districts in all the major port cities, and in Cherbourg particularly, prostitution was especially rife. And there's a quote from a guy called William Harding, who was a British gunner, who apparently in September 1939, he's walking along the narrow streets of the town and goes, it started raining. And then he looks up and realises it's all British troops pissing out of brothel windows.
Right.
And apparently the prostitutes would wear nothing but G-strings and high heels. Sex cost 10 francs, which is twice what a beer would cost. I'd be like, I'll just have 2 beers, please. Yeah. No, keep your mucky tun-tun.
You can keep your mucky tun-tun. And I'll have a Kronenberg, please.
Yeah, 2 Kronenbergs, no sex. And apparently while there's queues of people waiting, apparently what the prostitutes would do, come out of their rooms between clients, wipe their tuntuns with a rag, and then throw it into the crowd.
What, a Rusclart?
Dirty Rusclart. Throw it into the crowd of British troops, and the troops would scramble for the rag, like a rugby scrum fighting for a ball.
Well, we know what to do with our, instead of a t-shirt cannon at our live podcasts.
Yeah, dirty poo pant cannon.
We have a Rusclart cannon. To our entirely male audience.
We're going to wipe our bums.
We're going to get French prostitutes wipe their tuntun on a dirty Rusclart.
No, we're going to wipe the production. It's going to be limited edition Film vs. History Rusclart cannons. We're going to spend the preceding hour wiping our arse.
We'll say it's French prostitutes, but we've actually just wiped our arse on it.
Yeah, exactly. We're a small team. We cannot bring French prostitutes into the fold. we need an editor before we need a French prostitute.
We could do a call out on Instagram.
Are there any French prostitutes that follow this?
Who are willing to wipe their mucky tuntum with a rasclat?
Yeah, but several rasclats. We need to be mass-produced stinky rasclat.
Well, it's merch.
It's merch. It's stinky merch. Yeah. Signed, stinky rasclats. And then obviously a lot of men catch VD. Funnily enough,
right?
With the whole.
It's probably from being huffing all that stinky tuntun.
Well, it's probably that tuntun tennis they're playing. French rugby, whatever it's called. Basically, Montgomery, who we'll come to, who's one of the British heroes of the World War II.
Autistic.
Yes.
Double autism.
Never has so much been done by one autistic guy.
Yeah.
That's that quote, isn't it? My God.
Because this is the most British Brit. It's the most autistic autist.
Monty, we'll get
in a way that is like the Frenchest French guy is the gayest gay guy.
Yeah.
The British guy is the most autistic guy.
Yeah. He's like the Northern Lights for British autism in that, there's just, it's a miracle to witness.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a lot of men catch VD, and so Monty sends a memorandum about how to prevent disease, and he advocates for French lessons so that the troops could ask the police the way to the doctors and the chemists. However, it was condemned by the Church of England because it basically meant you're just encouraging people to keep fucking.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a guy called Lord Gort who we need to deal with. Lord Gort, Viscount Gort, who the podcast I listened to sort of said that he should be given a much more credit because it's his idea to evacuate Dunkirk. But Churchill removes the command from him quite quickly, I think. Apparently he wasn't that good, but apparently the whole thing is his idea, and he orders it, the fallback to Dunkirk.
What's interesting about the British kind of upper echelons in politics and because it's such a hierarchical society, it is like there's a pool of 300 blokes who can do any of these jobs, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't do it, but it's going to be your mate down the road. Like,
there's another Viscount down the road.
Yeah, it's just it's such a small pool of people that are actually going to have all the education to actually do any of these jobs.
Exactly.
It's like it's not like they've earned their way to be there. It's just they've been born to the right place, right?
Yeah. So Gort's called a glorified Boy Scout by people, and he's more preoccupied with like birds. He's a bird watcher and tying knots. Yeah. And he gets demoted. He gets demoted after Dunkirk. He is a cod appreciator, but people say that he would. The whole thing wouldn't have happened without him ordering the retreat.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, so that's the Maginot Line. It's a big stick of bread. And now we must get to the Germans. Yeah. So the Germans, Hitler's wanted to invade the West since like October.
Right.
Because he's just like, I'm seeing the Matrix now.
He's going in.
I'm like,
let's go to another place, man.
Let's go in. I've got on Poland, whatever, I'm bored. Let's go.
The music needs to be... It's not quick enough. We can go somewhere else, man.
So what his big thing is, he doesn't have the numbers to invade France, right? Because the French
have got so many troops,
millions,
an amazing army,
and they've got the biggest baguette ever baked, right? So terrifying.
Yeah.
But Hitler now supposedly you need invading force to be successful. You need a 3-to-1 man over manpower, or whatever, right? But in February 1940, there is a working breakfast in the Reichskanzlei, right? Again, I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
A working breakfast.
A Nazi working breakfast.
No, the French have never had a working breakfast in their life.
No.
Because it's like, we'll have breakfast.
Sorry, are we working or are we having breakfast? What are we doing? Can you pick one? It's a working lunch. Same problem. Are we working or are we having lunch? So, in 1940, working breakfast where they discuss the Ardennes plan. Now, there are 3 generals, Guderian, Van Manstein, and some other guy.
Right.
And these are like the head of the...
Van Manstein.
Van Manstein.
That's good.
Great. I mean, or Von Manstein.
Van Man. He's a Van Manstein.
He's a Van Manstein.
That's a straight name, that.
Yeah, Van Manstein, which is German for beer. Yeah.
Van Man beer.
Van Man beer. So they discuss how they're going to invade France, because they're actually terrified of how big the baguette is. Yeah. They're like, we can't get through.
Yeah.
So they come up with this plan where they go, we're going to develop these Panzer divisions, which are
fast-moving light tanks.
Well, it's not actually that many about tanks. It's more about the motorbikes, transport. It's mechanized warfare.
Yeah.
And
Hell's Angels.
It's Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
Which, again, this is all operating in the shadow of World War I, where everyone just dug a hole and stood there.
And everyone's assuming that it's going to be
that's what's going to happen again.
Yeah.
But what the Germans actually have invented better than anyone is radios.
Yes.
And so the reason that they can get in the motorbike or the little tank and bomb ahead is that they can then talk to their mate on via radio.
Yeah.
Whereas the French have got like telegram cables. They've got baguettes in the earth.
It's after lunch. They don't discuss anything at lunch.
No.
They're eating.
Exactly. And then they're still reliant on dispatch riders.
Yeah.
So people
and they've got
horses.
a hollow baguette and they shout down, and that's the only way they...
Yeah. And then there's the guy holding the baguette like this. What are you saying? And there's like 2 rolls and a bit of string.
I was amazed by how the Germans didn't even have that many motorised vehicles.
It's not actually that much.
Yeah.
No,
they didn't have
less
that
tanks,
much gear.
And then
Less everything, really.
The French are reliant on messages being conveyed by dispatch riders. There's some cunt on a horse, and he's French. He's like, oh, I reckon you could eat that. He's like trying to eat. So he eats his horse, so the message doesn't get across. Yeah. And what they realise is that if we were to use the panzer divisions to basically punch a hole really fast, then they can establish
defences that are built for attritional warfare.
We can establish a spearhead, and then the cunts with horses, which is most of the German panzer divisions actually, infantry, they can catch us up, and we can surround and all like penetrate in from behind, break through the rigid 442,
right.
And then so they're going, well, how do we do this? Because they've got the big baguette, you've got the British Expeditionary Force by Belgium.
Yeah.
We're not going to go through the pig forest because it would take 3 days and 3 nights.
Yeah, there's pigs in there.
There's pigs in there. I'm terrified of pigs. And there's trees. So you wouldn't be able to see the pigs from the trees.
Yeah.
The longest orgasm in mammals is that of the domestic pig, which is on average 30 minutes, but it can last for as long as 90 minutes.
So is it sort of British sitcom length?
Or a 90s feature film.
Or a football match.
A football match.
It can last 90 minutes?
Yeah.
It's like a short indie feature?
Yeah.
Right.
Like the Ballad of Wallace Island.
That's the length of a pig's orgasm.
Pig's just coming. Yeah. Pigs are really enjoying that film. Anyway.
I thought it was good, but I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I was
coming for 90 minutes. It'd be the best one I've ever seen. I mean, I find people eating popcorn in the cinema annoying though. If there's a pig literally coming, you'd be like, can you not do that? And Christ, can you come during the adverts and then stop for the film? Anyway, so this is my favourite bit, right? They're talking about how do we get through the Ardennes with the Panzer divisions because we'd need to travel for 3 days and 3 nights.
Yeah.
And then this is where they go, have you heard about this thing called methamphetamine?
No, I haven't. No one has.
No. Well, they're giving it to people. They're giving amphetamines to people as vitamin injections to just be more focused and stuff.
Biohacking.
They're biohacking in the 40s. And so they realised that if you give the Panzer Division soldiers meth, they don't have to sleep.
Right.
And so that's how they go, well, we could go through the pig forest if we're all on meth.
Because who gives a fuck? I'm on meth.
I'm on meth.
Everything's a pig forest when you're on meth.
Yeah, everything's a pig forest when you're on meth. So the German military then order, with the massive German pharmaceutical giant, they order millions of dosages of methamphetamine.
Big pharma.
Big pharma.
Yeah.
Big pig farmer. Pig farmer. So there's a great book called Blitzed, which is a narcotic history of the Third Reich, which I've read.
Yeah.
Goes without saying.
Yeah. Call the guy. Call der guy.
This guy called there's a historian called Norman Euler who basically realised that historians had missed this entire aspect of the Blitzkrieg. Norman Euler. Norman. Norway. Norman. Absolutely brilliant book.
So what's the image choice? Because they could have gone so many different directions with the image.
And
they've just got Hitler like looking slightly blood.
Yeah.
It's not even subtle cover, I think.
Now, there's a great story as to how Hitler ends up
Heil Hitler?
on gear. Heil Hitler ended up on. So Norman Euler in Blitz has used a lot of primary sources of Hitler's physicians and the Nazi generals.
His dealers.
Yeah, he's found all the Nazi dealers.
Yeah.
And so Hitler specifically, because everyone was like, "Oh, is he on drugs during the Berlin Olympics?" No, because he's clean living. He's Chris Williamson. He's Joe Rogan. He's like, "Oh, my body's a temple. It's a Nazi temple. I'm vegetarian. I'm teetotal."
Yeah.
Then he has a problem with digestion, and Hitler's farting a lot.
Is he?
Hitler's farting a lot in the late 30s. So, blood, like he's. Hitler's farty, right?
Right.
And he's like, I really would like...
undermining, I'm an authoritarian...
Yeah, it's undermining his vibe. And we will cleanse the land. Oh, 9!
Yeah, it does take away from the aura.
It takes
a
away
bit.
from the great...
Ugh.
Brother, ugh.
Yeah,
Hitler,
yeah.
ugh.
And we are the master. The master what? You can't even fucking hold your bowels in.
the Lebensraum in our 9 blood.
Everyone who is not white smells.
Yeah, that downfall scene is just him on the toilet.
What do Hitler's farts sound like, do you reckon? Were they like that? Or are they like... I think they're more like... I think they're more like... They're like a ranty fart.
Yeah, they're angry. Blub! That's what it sounds like. Shit's hit the bowl. Blub! Blub!
That's when he's shitting.
Yeah.
Blop!
Yeah. He was a great orator, of course. Devil-tongued arsehole Hitler had. Anyway, Christ. So he's farting a lot.
Yeah. This is when Charlie actually listens to the history.
Yeah, he was
As soon as
genuinely...
we start talking about facts, he goes back on his check his WhatsApp.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we're talking about that. He was sitting around like this. Is
The Holocaust? No.
This is
Hitler's
brilliant.
farting. Why? What? Hitler farted a lot.
I learned so much from this.
So Hitler had a farty tummy in the 30s, right?
Right.
So he finds a new doctor called Theo Morell.
Right.
And Theo Morell basically gives him probiotics, which at this point is like mad, revolutionary. You know, the idea of probiotics is very new.
Yeah.
So Hitler becomes like a sort of biohacking, optimizing, athletic greens kind of guy.
And Germany are very forward-looking, right, with a lot of their technology. Even their military things, it's a lot about what's the newest, how are we going to kind
Radio,
of innovate.
tanks.
Yeah.
But also he is, fascism,
edge.
health, big-titted
Adonis,
women, milk, Milchmutti.
Yeah.
Oh, 9! You can't be farting after the...
Yeah, they're not going to be people who talk about body positivity.
No.
Get the fatties off magazine covers.
Get
them
my
into
telly.
documentaries again about how fat they are.
That's where they belong. So he has this doctor called Morell who starts curing him with probiotics, and then Morell is always like pushing the boundaries of medicine, going, well, you should take vitamins, which is again is a new discovery.
Yeah.
So he's injecting Hitler with vitamin supplements, which is like
They're like taking fish oil.
Yeah, it becomes a euphemism for speed later on in the 50s. But at this point, it's just vitamins. Then in 41, when they're doing Operation Barbarossa, Hitler gets Russian flu, which is a particularly bad, like a Russian salad. It's bad. It's pretty bad. Tinned, eggy. Anyway, so but it's a really crucial military moment. And so there's like a military meeting he needs to be at because he wants people to he wants to separate the invasion rather than just attack Moscow.
Right.
And so his doctor's like, well, I could sort you out, and basically gives an injection of opioids. And then Hitler's like, fuck me, that's good. My headache's completely gone, and I feel completely alert.
Opioids aren't methamphetamines, are
No,
they?
I know.
Are they? Okay, right.
But Hitler was never on meth.
Right.
Hitler was on opioids.
Okay.
So Hitler then gets hooked on opioids for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And then the whole reason he gets all shaky is because he withdraws and he's off them. And then he's just like eating chocolate and shit. He's trying to fill the...
Right. So he's got his cravings.
Yeah.
He's got the munchies.
So it's like, when he takes the glasses off, he's just like, he's missing the opioids.
So he took... Okay, fine. But he's not on speed, because I guess he's not going through the forest. He's making the decision.
The troops are on speed.
That high is quite different to methamphetamine.
Is ecstasy? Is it ecstasy?
I think that's an amphetamine. There's lots of different... They're all within the family. But in general, I think what it does is it's a chemical, and it's all about the shape of the thing, locks in, causes... your brain to be flooded with dopamine, and then not let back in or something.
Right.
So it's like it just stays
not
there.
Let the sadness in.
Yeah. So normally dopamine kind of goes in and out, right? But it basically just charges it all out and doesn't let it back in. So it's just fizzing around in your head.
Yeah. But this is interesting that
But this is not ecstasy, because it's not like I just fucking love you.
No,
mate, I
the
fucking
Blitzkrieg
love
is not.
you, man.
Yeah. They'd be like hugging pigs in the pig forest.
Yeah. Because it's more cokey, this. Because coke is like, I'm going to fucking take over the
start
world.
a business, yeah.
But ecstasy is like,
we should just fucking invade France, the fucking forest. I'm going to go for that pig forest. Fuck it.
Do you think Hitler on ecstasy, do you think he'd have gone harder, or do you think he'd have gone...
No, on ecstasy, I think if it's the first time he'd come up on ecstasy...
He'd go up to an Orthodox Jew and be like, fuck, do you know what, mate?
No, mate, I'm not...
Do you know what, mate? I fucking love what you do with your hair. I love it.
Man.
I love that hat. It looks great on you.
It looks
I want that
really
hat.
good, man.
I want that. Can I have that hat? I want that
There's
hat.
the come down, kills them all.
It feels so soft.
Kills them all.
Why is it so soft, that hat?
Him in the morning, kills them all.
All of them. Kills them all. Burns a hat. So anyway, this guy Norman Ehrler, this historian, he basically he frames the Blitzkrieg as meth versus red wine, because he says.
So is it quite a funny book, or is it quite serious history?
Well, what I can't work out is whether it's like, because he's using primary sources. You know, it's several reasons why the Germans are so successful in this. But it's not all meth. But at the same time, that initial Ardennes surge could not happen without amphetamines.
Right.
So it is.
So Eric Hosborne saying it's a story of factories.
Yeah, this can't say
it's a story of fucking gear.
It's gear versus red wine.
Okay.
The French are drinking red wine, which they are.
Slows you down.
Sleepy.
You got red wine drunk?
Yeah.
What's your red wine drunk? What do you get? What type of drunk are you on red wine?
Oh, sleepy.
Yeah.
I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Which is what the French are doing.
Yeah.
I'm not a amphetamine
Yeah,
guy.
it's all around your mouth. It's all claggy, your teeth.
So this level of efficiency means the Germans can cover 120 miles in 5 days.
Crazy.
Right. And, you know, to look forward to it, basically, the Blitzkrieg is the German main weapon, but it's sort of their downfall in that when you're faced with Russia, which just has unlimited men, your advance gets overstretched and you get...
But also why they've had to develop the Blitzkrieg is a necessity, and it's part of the Treaty of Versailles, which basically meant they weren't allowed to build up these huge tank divisions. They weren't allowed to... So they had to find ways to basically be far more manoeuvrable. Because they couldn't build up in the same way the French have. They couldn't just have two forces going at once. That's why they had to just choose one spot and really focus on things like motorbikes, which I don't imagine were accounted for in the Treaty of Versailles, which says a limited amount of tanks, planes, all that sort of stuff. I imagine they're allowed unlimited motorcycles.
Yeah, and also unlimited meth.
Yes.
It's like that loophole in the Quran.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't drink. Can I have meth? Yeah, I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It didn't exist when I was,
So, May the 10th. This is when the fucking Stag gets going.
Go on.
It's 6 a.m.
Right.
We're at St. Pancras. We've got our passports. Where are we going? Belgium. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's get some tins.
Living la lefa loca visa.
Adolf, sorry. Blood, bloop. So, 10th of May, the same day, Churchill, who at this point does not have a broken bum. Hitler's bum is broken, it seems. He's farting a lot at this
Churchill's
point.
not drinking red wine. He's doing whiskey for breakfast.
He's whiskey for breakfast.
Yeah.
So imagine how angry you would be having whiskey for fucking breakfast.
So it's red wine versus meth versus whiskey.
Yeah, that's essentially the Allies are whiskey and wine versus the German, and we're waiting for American rye whiskey to come into bourbon to save us all. But then bourbon's fighting rice wine. I mean, it's terrifying.
It's terrifying. Yeah.
Luxembourg surrenders on the same day as the invasion. Obviously, it's literally a doormat.
It's a doormat into a doormat.
What is Luxembourg?
I don't know.
Who cares?
I'm livid when people correct me and say, no, it's actually Luxembourg. No, it's not. It's
no,
France.
it's not. It's France. Yeah.
What are you doing so differently that you can't be part of France?
Yeah.
Using deodorant? I doubt it.
Cuxembourg.
It's pretty good.
Luxembourg's pretty good. So they roll over immediately. The Netherlands surrender in 5 days.
Right.
The Dutch royal family go to London.
Right.
So at this point, we'll get a military map up, but the Germans have just shot through the Ardennes forest, the pig forest.
It's gone right through me,
That's gone right through me, that stuff. And these two French blokes with a carafe of wine are like, and then everyone is in the big stick of big air.
Yeah, it's a Vindaloo.
So what is so funny about this is that the French build the state-of-the-art defences, the like of which never been seen before, and they leave one gap, and the Germans go, we'll just go through there then.
We probably should have plugged that gap.
I reckon we should have just not had a gap.
Yeah.
You ever thought about that?
It's very satisfying because you don't need to know anything about military history or anything to realise they should have just plugged that gap.
They left a window open and the Germans came in through the window.
It's just like a long wall and you just didn't do it all the way. Yeah. Didn't match up.
Well, I'll go through there then.
Oh.
But it is a pig forest. How are you getting through the pig forest? This is now a problem for our beefy boys in France because they're up near Belgium.
Having a whale of a time.
Having a great time.
Getting every STD under the sun.
Sniffing the dirty, stinky rascals from the French whores. Yeah. The Germans get to, is it Sedan? Where Sedan chairs come from, I think?
Don't know.
Don't know. Is it, am I the host of a history podcast?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Sudan. The country.
Not Sudan. Fuck me. Not Sudan.
Chairs.
Sudan. Sedan. Sudan. not Sudan. The Germans haven't gone that far.
Sudan.
Not a sedan car. Oh my God, it's a town.
Sudanland.
It's a town in France.
Oh.
Sudanland?
I don't know.
France.
There you go.
So the Germans then, and again, to any women listening, this is not your time.
Yep.
Don't worry.
And your time won't come.
Your time. Also, I don't know how many more hints we can drop. The time is not coming. If this is peak male history, what is peak female history?
There's obviously like suffragettes and all that stuff, but it's a bit serious.
No, but suffragettes is quite funny.
I guess if male history is about the great men in the sense of like historically great men who make decisions that shape the world.
Hitler.
Right.
Yeah.
And then female history is it's like, do women nag men enough to change the world?
Yes, you're right.
Do you know,
it's
the history of
nagging
to create extraordinary
Adolf,
change.
are you sure we should go through the pig forest? Braver! Plop! Nine! Plop! It's like a one-man band where he's snorting a line. Blood!
He's got symbols between his legs.
Blood! It's the history of, in my head, the history of the Nazis, it goes the history of great men, then the history of great dogs, and then Ava Brown.
Yeah.
Blondie I find more fascinating. There's more to Blondie than there is Ava Brown's life story, I think. Yeah. Because Hitler loved his dog more than he did his wife.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he was a bloke. So, Army Group A and Army Group B. And look, I'm starting this sentence. I don't know where it's going.
Right.
Because military history
Just go for it. Confidence.
So, you've got the Panzer Corps, which have gone through the forest, and then you've got all the infantry and horses that are coming in behind.
Right.
And what they've done, the Germans...
It's interesting they decided to go through the pig forest as opposed to through Belgium. Is Belgium more defended?
No, but Belgium is where the Maginot Line continues.
Still goes. All right, fine.
And, Belgium's got all the British Expeditionary Force.
Right.
And... Because they're coming through Belgium.
Right.
So, but they've plopped through the gap, and the Panzer... And the reason this is a problem is that it would mean that the British Expeditionary Force and the French and the Belgians are completely surrounded because they're also coming through Holland. So
stories like this make you feel like you could be a military commander.
Yes.
When you're provided with a map with a long, really powerful wall and there's a gap in it, I think I also would have been like, let's go through there then.
I'll go through there. And everyone's like, what a genius. How did he see that? So, France is complete. They're literally, they drink their wine and they go, what? And the Germans are behind them already. 120 miles in 5 days. They're all the way to the coast. And the British are like,
Right.
And bear in mind, this is the day Churchill becomes Prime Minister.
Yeah.
So, never has a British Prime Minister had more of a sticky wicket to come out to.
So more than Starmer picking up the economy?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Probably
this.
Probably
this. So,
sticky wicket.
Belgium will collapse like the melted chocolate that it is.
Like
chocolate teapot.
Cheese melted onto fries.
Yeah,
They
who
love
gives a
doing
shit?
Mayonnaise.
Luxembourg, Holland, they all fall. And the British Expeditionary Force realise they are completely surrounded by
Europeans.
some coked up Eurotrash motorcycle and Hells Angels with a farting commander-in-chief behind Blood! Blondie! The dog's running wild.
Terrifying.
Absolutely terrifying.
Well, it's moments, sometimes you feel European, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
If you're British.
Yes.
It's quite an uneasy relationship. You don't know if you sometimes find yourself, I guess with Americans, sometimes you're like, no, I am European. I'm not you guys. But then when you spend too much time on the continent, it's like, we are different.
We're definitely not European. Yeah, exactly. And that's what the BEF are thinking now.
Yeah.
When they see this just steam
this
of motorcycle.
Farty
techno convoy.
We are not Europeans.
And we're there smelling, prostitutes' dirty fanny rags. We're like, it's different over here, isn't it? You know what?
Sticking French sticks up your ass.
You go, do you know what? 2 weeks is too long for a holiday, actually. Yeah. 10 days is probably what you want to do.
Yeah. They've spent too long in a Belgian city.
That's exactly what they've done.
They've planned, Bruges, that'll probably be 3 days, half an hour.
Done. Bored now. I've had 3 8% beers. I've had some chips. Are there any smelly Tunton rags I can sniff? So the Germans establish a bridgehead. They get all the way to the coast pretty quickly. And now there's absolute pandemonium.
Panzademonium.
Panzademonium. Lovely stuff.
No, it's not
crisp. Gort is like, we need to retreat, and everyone else is like, no, it'll be fine. We'll counterattack. But bear in mind, these boys are not, they're not trained. They've been smelling Tuntun knickers for 8 months or something. This is the height of Hitler's successes.
Do you think?
Well, this bit and then Paris.
Yeah.
It just
Paris is. Yeah.
We'll always have Paris. Hitler in Paris, which we're not dealing with because this happens just after Dunkirk. But there is an element of melancholy when I watch the footage of Hitler looking around Paris.
Because he thinks
it
was a walk in the park.
Yeah. But that's also, it's like, if we just stopped, if we didn't go east, we'd have Paris.
And that's a lovely day trip, isn't it?
I think Paris would be
Once
better.
you've conquered Paris,
seeing
all the sights, that's lovely.
But I also just think,
no tourists.
I think Paris would be better if it was run by Nazis.
You surprised me.
Yeah. It's a toilet.
Needs cleaning. Bit of bleach in there.
Bit of Nazi bleach. Adolf loved trout. Well, I thought he was vegetarian.
No, he liked a bit of trout as well, apparently.
Trout.
Yeah.
That can't help his guts. Bit of farty trout.
Bum's gone.
No wonder his bum's gone.
Bum's gone.
So the British are surrounded.
Right.
There's a plan to retreat back to the port of Dunkirk, and they're surrounded by fucked meth heads.
Yeah.
Bear in mind Rommel, right? Rommel apparently loved crystal meth, the tank commander.
Right.
So you know how it's called the Desert Fox?
Right.
Apparently Norman Earler, the historian, says he's actually called the Crystal Fox.
Really?
Because that's how much he smoked meth.
And is crystal meth that's slightly different to speed? So I wonder if that's like crystal meth is like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
That's like the itchy fucking
no teeth.
Yeah.
Which really it does sort of the whole Battle of El Alamein. If you reframe that as crystal meth versus autism, you can see why Monty wins, isn't it? An autistic man will always beat a guy on meth.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors.
A game of Risk.
Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, Risk. Fuck it, you're taking meth and playing Risk. That's the last thing. I did actually play drinking Risk once.
Yeah.
Where it's every time you lose a territory, you have to drink.
Right.
Every time you sign a treaty with someone, you have to drink. I think it ended up with someone doing a poo in a bath.
Right. Because it's a long game.
Yeah, it was like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I think it ended with someone being so pissed. And then maybe as part of a treaty they had to do a poo in a bath. I can't remember.
Empty or full of water?
Empty.
Dry poo.
Dry poo in a bath.
Wow.
Anyway, so Rommel's like,
well, this is
on meth
because the Beth are surrounded by these farty cokey Nazis. It is sort of like when you guys don't synchronize your drugs on a night out and someone's on a different height to you.
Yes.
Someone's coming up before you, and it's like, this sucks.
This really sucks.
I feel more so than ever, and you're like, man, I fucking love you. It's like, I can see what you actually look like.
Oh yeah, so this is a bit later on, but the Nazis the war machine was so dependent on drugs that they came up with this super soldier drug, this is in 1944, which was you'd combine 5 milligrams of cocaine, 3 milligrams of methamphetamine, and 5 milligrams of oxycodone or something.
Yeah.
And what they did was they got Sachsenhausen concentration camp, which is outside Berlin. I've been to. This is where a lot of the lab stuff, some fruity stuff, pretty fruity stuff happening in that camp. They'd get prisoners to take this drug and then march in boots for like 4 days, and they were
Jewish.
Yeah, and they were basically just testing the boots. They didn't care about the prisoners.
Animal testing, basically.
Basically, has this drug been tested on animals? No, don't worry. It's been tested on Jews. Fine.
Yeah, because Hitler would hate animal testing.
Of course, he's a vegetarian.
He's a member of PETA.
He's an empath. He loves PETA. He's definitely not a member of Jeter.
Right.
They were testing the shoes on Jewish, and they were getting them just so wide so they could just walk for like 4 days.
Was that part of the advertising of like the Birkenstocks? It's like these have been Jews tested, and
it's not been tested on animals. Okay, fine. Yeah, so Persevin is the name of the drug.
Pervitin.
Sorry, Pervitin. And it's supposedly...
The drug often lowered inhibition, increased aggression, and dulled empathy.
Yeah, so it basically is the reason for a lot of massacres, which the first Nazi war crime happens in this period. Now, I don't know the exact date, but it's an SS unit, and I think Rommel's maybe involved.
On the Western Front?
Yeah, this is... As the Brits are retreating, there's a corridor leading to Dunkirk, this port city,
yeah.
And Gort has this plan that if it all goes tits up, we'll just go back to Dunkirk. Yeah. And so I don't know when this massacre happens, but
sit on the outside thing in a play so you can get off. If
Aisle
it's really
seat.
boring.
Aisle seat.
Yeah.
On Air India, aisle seat. That one guy, I'm out. No, it's not that. It's in 1940.
I've been trying to find a war crime during World War II. A Nazi war crime.
Talk about a needle in a haystack.
The Parody Massacre?
Yeah, that's it. So bear in mind, these Nazi soldiers are on Pervitin, which is lowering their inhibition, increasing their aggression, and dulling their empathy.
Right.
So you could say the whole Nazi thing is like you're not you when you're on drugs. If you were,
But you not
You
on
know.
drugs is a Nazi.
well, again, but can you take the drugs out of the Nazi? You can't take the Nazi out of the drugs.
And it's like, I've been sober for 5 days.
You know,
I still want to kill Jews. Yeah. I
right?
thought,
Okay, well,
yeah.
it wasn't the drugs then. Right, fine. But that's what we needed Nuremberg to find out.
Yeah.
I'm an empath. So the first Nazi war crime, which kind of sets the tone for the war, is on the 27th of May 1940 in a little village called Le Paradis, Paradise Village.
Right.
Again, paradise, that is, I guess it depends on your perspective. 97 British soldiers from the Royal Norfolks they've surrendered after mounting a fierce defence.
Because there's not huge animosity between the two, Britain and Germany, at this stage, right?
No,
There's still
but then
respect to the two nations. sort of.
Soldiers from the SS division Totenkopf, which means deadhead, which again is quite, if you've got skulls on the badge,
Are we the bad guys?
we the bad guys. They surrender, they all line up, and then they just all machine gun them against the barn wall,
Right.
and then finished off with bayonets. And there are two survivors, Privates Albert Poley and William O'Callaghan, and they play dead. And then they sort of they fuck off eventually.
Yeah, if you were lined up and shot against the wall, you always think, whenever you see it in films, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always imagining how I'd try and get out of that.
Yeah.
And it's just you'd collapse when it starts going and try and
You'd fall
be
down
as dead as possible.
before they shout fire. I go,
Oh yeah, and then you just
It's diving, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
diving. But I mean, the worst thing that happens is you get yelled at, you get sent off for it.
Yeah.
You just get shot. You get shot.
shot. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Yeah.
I'm already
I'd probably
dead.
do a big fart and see what happened.
Yeah. Blop, blop.
And oh no, they put the guns down.
What are you hoping to happen with a big fart there, Finn?
I don't know, but I'm backed into a corner. What
I don't think either of these are good solutions. I mean, to be fair, you don't have many.
There's no bad suggestions. Anyway, the Brits are surrounded. The German meth war machine has got them on the ropes.
Yeah.
There's a war crime. Men from Norfolk, what an innocent county that is, have been shot by the SS Totenkopf.
Who've lost all their empathy.
Who've lost all their empathy because they're on drugs.
Yeah.
They're not
themselves.
They're not themselves.
They're not their normal
Nazi selves.
love of humanity, empathetic selves.
Yeah. This is not, it's not their fault. What's going to happen? The Brits, to put it mildly, are in a bit of a pickle. In our next episode, we will deal with Britain's darkest hour.
Right.
Churchill's bum nearly comes off.
Yeah.
Terrifying. What could
the
have
last
happened?
man in Britain with a bum left nearly loses it.
Will the last man in Britain with a bum left please stand up?
Please stand up.
If you can't wait till Monday, that episode is already on our Patreon, along with the next final episode of this series, where for £3 a month you can become a truther,
ad-free as
which
well.
I now can reveal is actually recognised by the BMA as a medical condition.
Yep.
Becoming a truther.
Yep.
If you are thick, fat, smelly,
You get a
enough,
blue badge. You can park.
You can park wherever you want,
Yeah.
and you can say I'm a patron for
Yeah,
Finverse
you get money
History.
off theatre tickets.
You get extra time in exams,
Yeah.
and
So if you join our Patreon, you get extra time. You get a free laptop on the
you
NHS.
get a free laptop for signing up. Yeah, if you have to be there for 2 months. I think. Yeah.
So you actually make your money back.
Yeah, exactly. And you probably get to meet Harvey Price.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's how it works. Is normally Harvey Price gets to meet John Cena. If you're disabled, you don't get visited by another disabled
No, but
person.
that's how disabled these people are.
Well, their Make-A-Wish is Harvey Price. Comes
yeah.
around.
Because they go, I can't fathom being
If
that.
I was so disabled that I'm about to die, I wouldn't want to meet Harvey Price.
No, but that's how disabled our patrons are. Is they go, imagine being as clever as Harvey Price. One can only imagine.
Oh, la-di-da.
La-di-da. Hello, you cunts. I can't even fathom putting 3 words together that poetic. What a day.
What a day.
Anyway.
Where's that? Do you remember that AI prediction of like what people are going to look like in 2050? Have you seen that?
No.
It's fucked.
Or no, you mean not 2050? It's the people. It's what happens when you're on your computer too much.
Yeah, computer too much.
Bad posture. It's a really funny. It's like what's going to happen to people who are addicted to gaming.
Yeah, that's it. That's what the average
This is what the average
looks like.
truther looks like.
Join £2 a month. You can look like this. We'll get that on a t-shirt. But if not, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you for Britain's darkest hour next time.
Goodbye.